EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. Here's a scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the New Orleans Saints. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Terrific running there to start the drive as that's going to go for 15 and a quick first down as well.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Third and short yardage, Winston. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, let's be honest about the whole thing. When you're looking for a reliable set of hands on third down, the first thought is often not fullback. But that's who they turn to there, and he does a nice job of securing the football and picking up the first down.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end.
First drive of the game. We did see this in practice, didn't we? Because they allowed us to stay and watch and see what their opening script would be, even though we don't know the exact play calls. That looks a lot like what we saw them execute, doesn't it?
It really does. And in practice, it wasn't about a lot of big shots on that opening drive. They wanted to put together a series of plays, sustain it. They've done that. The defense now on their heels a little.
That they are. And you know what else is happening now? They're gaining information. They're gaining knowledge about how the defense is planning on playing them. So not only are they being successful on this drive, they're filing things away for future drives in this game.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. Jameis to throw it. He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Winston to give, it's Kamara. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
4 yards remain for 2nd down. Here's Winston. This is caught. Touchdown, Saints. Michael Thomas, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 23. Off play action. Jackson on the move to his left. And this one's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Now it's Jackson. And that'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson, escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
A give to Kamara running right. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. It was Chuck Clark coming up to make the tackle. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Winston. We'll get this one underneath to Kamara. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Calais Campbell coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. And Lutz missed it to the right. No good. And this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty trip downfield there as they get a missed field goal on 4th down.
And I didn't see anything in the setup. It's a good snap, good hold.
Yep.
He just pushed it, and that one never wanted to come back.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. The drive will start with an option going left. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson rolling to his right. And I think the ball's out. And this will get out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage. So fortunately, they're able to hold on to the possession. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down.
We changed it.
Play action. Now Jackson. Steps away to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
Now Callaway on the return. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they were in field goal range the last time out but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. Oh, now Harris lost it. It's a fumble, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson dancing to his left. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. To throw again on second down. Jackson flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. They go play action now. Jackson eluding the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
We have so many different terms for third down, third and short, third and long, third and manageable. How about third and medium? Because that's what this one was. The defense looked like they had him hemmed in, but he gets away, evades the rush, and picks up just enough for the first down.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. They go play action with Jackson. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown. Marquise Brown there to make the grab. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Tucker with the extra point. And we are tied here in the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Winston. A throw over the middle, taken in by Troutman. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Now a 2nd down and 6. To throw, Winston. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And just like that, it's third down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. But he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put in.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. 52 yards on the ground for him so far.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Now a throw out to his fullback is complete. And it's a fumble. And it's picked up by the Ravens.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Now he'll let it go deep right side. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And the Saints are going to take over here at their own own 22-yard line.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Harris has it over the middle. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Kamara there with a 1st down carry, but not much running room, and he takes it forward for only a couple. It's 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Winston. Room to run past midfield. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
All right, let's go ahead and just add it up here. Their last 3 drives, 2 fumbles and an interception. Somewhere, to paraphrase one of the great coaches of the NFL, they're asking on that sideline, what the heck is going on out there?
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. 2nd and 10. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews there. And it's 2nd down. Sliding out of the pocket. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. It looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down in bounds. Play action. It's Jackson. Going deep here for Watkins. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And the Saints are going to take over at their own 41.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 66 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Blocking at the point of attack there was very strong. He had a couple of running lanes.
And I never want to overlook the offensive line, but that's what they get paid to do. How about the quarterback? Everyone thinks all he's going to do is throw the football. His movement and deception can help a running game as well. And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got it, not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Reminder coming up in a couple of minutes' time. We'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman, the coach in our EA Sports studios. They'll have a look back at the next. That is caught. Traquan Smith. Touchdown Saints. Traquan Smith, 36 yards. And the Saints have taken the lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. Jackson. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Andrews. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, second down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
On second and goal, Jackson. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. Touchdown! J.K. Dobbins. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they've got a little under 40 seconds to go if they want to try to put something together here. A running play on first down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times...
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Well, Charles, you're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
So not the greatest of first halves for him, but a little ray of light here at the end. The late turnover becomes 3 points before the break.
Well, they certainly needed something positive to go their way. Maybe 3 points doesn't seem like a huge deal in the grand scheme of things, but at least it's something to build on as they head into the half.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they...
For the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Meanwhile, Winston throw complete there to Thomas. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. To throw is Winston. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. They'll give him 4 yards there. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again. Van's not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. 4th down now after a loss of 2. The kick by Lutz is good. And that will tie things at 17 all. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Jackson now. He'll buy some time right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
To throw on 2nd and 10, Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end, Andrews. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big connection on that one, 30 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. To throw is Jackson. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, Jackson. He's going to look deep for Watkins. Open man Watkins. Touchdown, Baltimore. Sammy Watkins, 31 yards. And the Ravens have broken the tie. Tucker with the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead. kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Open man is the tight end, Troutman.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And he floated one out there, incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Winston. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. Winston. And, Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
It's just been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for him. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in a game, your chances to win have to be about 100 to 1. And it's not looking good for him here.
And down inside the 15 he goes. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit. Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And the lead is up to 14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Here's a throw dropped off to his fullback. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Winston now to throw on first down. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. So nothing doing there. And that'll make it 2nd and 10. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Winston. On the check down, it's Ingram. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Flush to his right. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. And some room to run now. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit. You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win. Winston into the slide, and he's got a first down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Out of the gun, they give to Ingram. The great move couldn't free him. Taken down at the 10. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Winston now. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. After the penalty, it's Ingram. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. From the gun, Winston. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Jameis Winston taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Saints have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And oh, it's no good on the PAT. So they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. On the return, Devin Duvernay. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. Now the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. This is caught. It's Brown. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. Forced out to his left. This will be caught once again by Brown. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. From the 44, Jackson flushed out right. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
So that'll back him up 5. Bad time to get a delay of game penalty there. Not that there's a good time, but that makes it 3rd and 6. Jackson from the shotgun. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. Here's Sam Cook now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt. And now a chance to tie the game on this possession. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Now left side on the swing pass. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
And that's a much-needed first down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a 4th down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
Jameis now on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And the Saints are right back in this football game. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Winston. Being chased out left. And he's going to get this inside the 30. On 1st and 10, Winston. Buying time to his left. He dumps it down to Ingram. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
1st down, Winston. Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And his pass is intercepted. Oh, no, he lost the football. But call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Steps away to his left. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. One thing that makes him so tough in these 2-minute drills, you got to take into consideration he's mobile.
And that's a big plus for him, but he also has to be careful with that mobility. Sometimes getting rid of the ball and stopping the clock is more important than running around and maybe taking a sack.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Saints have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. Winston to throw. And it's caught. And with it, we are tied here in the 4th. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Throwing, Jackson. Connecting with Andrews. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Here's Jackson. Flush to his right. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Andrews. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left, and we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. So it's up now to one of the most accurate kickers in NFL history, Justin Tucker. This from long, very long range. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. You talk about a big kick under pressure in the 4th quarter. I mean, that wasn't like a 33-yarder. That was long distance.
Not only does it show the faith that they have in him, but also remember, if they'd missed that one, they're giving up the ball near midfield, so they had to be very confident that he was going to put that one through the post.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. One last shot now for Winston. He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Tavon Young. And the Ravens are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here. Coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens are victorious here as we say so long from Baltimore.